So this is indoctrination. So here's what indoctrination means. To teach someone, so remember, I always talk about our mother, father, teacher, preacher, and our programmers that have programmed us. So to teach someone to fully accept the ideas, opinions, and beliefs of a particular group. This is what indoctrination, just look it up. This is not a dragon opinion. The beliefs of a particular group, and not to consider closed, right protected on your hard drive, not to consider the other ideas, opinions, and beliefs that are out there. So just stop yourself in your tracks right now and recognize whether or not you've been indoctrinated. Do you have any concepts and principles and values in life that you might really be excited about and taking a position of protection of them and things like that? But are you open to others? You know, what I always find interesting is how I will be rock solid on something, but somebody that I look up to and I appreciate and I respect thinks otherwise. So I've learned to just kind of throw out it's a good time for a right there and consider it. So there's the word of the day, consideration. Influenced, all of those things, influenced by a long history of mainstream narratives that have hypnotized us. Have you been hypnotized? Well, if you get into Bruce Lipton's work and you look at what happens to the, unformed human brain in the first 7 years, whatever you have that's a concept right now, you've been hypnotized. Hypnotize us into complacency and inaction as they attempt to blind us. That's why we always look to remove the blindfolds on the show, attempt to blind us from much of the damage that we commit. Do you understand that our indoctrination into theories and principles and beliefs, including religion, there's the feather ruffler, right? Those things save us and protect us when we do fucked up things. Think about that for a second, or just consider it. There's that word again. So an example would be something as dramatic, because, my bloodline comes from, the Jewish religion. So something like the Holocaust or even slavery, these are things that happened, right? But if you're indoctrinated into another belief, some people have protect themselves from believing things that didn't even happen. So disclaimer, not looking to bring those topics up, just looking to use examples of how powerful indoctrination could be, because people could look at somebody and say, that's not the sun, that's the moon during the day when the sun is brighting, shining bright. So we have this inner selfish monster. I love that. I just don't know where that came from. We have this inner selfish monster that we create to protect us from our fears and uncertainty. That's powerful. That does not reflect who we really are. But we're unaware of the fact that it doesn't reflect who we really are because it's kind of a hidden monster, right? So remember, as a child, you didn't know any better and you didn't really have a say. So that's why I always refer to our programmers, our mother, father, teacher, preacher, and society, and then throw into it the natural selection process that has been given to us and paid forward by evolution, right? You didn't really have much of a say in this. So in my book, I share this interesting journey that I took and process I went through, because when you're writing a book that is basically saying I'm open to everything, right? Scratch through my lensless glasses. You start to question everything. And it's a wonderful way to live, to just question everything. And so I teach my kids. So in my book, I share this interesting journey and process that I went through in search of a religion. I said, you know what? I'm not going to just accept and become indoctrinated into the one that was handed to me, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to check them all out. I had this period of my life where I said, I'm going to check them all out, because I was like, well, how could one be better than the other? I just saw all these people so passionate about it. So I went on a search for a religion that resonated with me. Have you ever opened yourself up to see if other religions resonate with you? So this is not about religion, but this is just about consideration, right? So I went on a tour. There's a lot of funny stories in my book about this, like when I went to this arena with 10,000 people and a Christian vibe, and I didn't know what I was doing, and I threw my hands up at the wrong time, and this guy's like, "No, dude, it's the intermission right now. Now's not the right time." Anyway, you'll read the book. But I went on a tour, spending months during this year in each house of religion, including those paid forward by my bloodline. So I did check it out, right? I said, hey, I'm not going to because I didn't know much about my religion, so I checked it out. Check it out. Just check things out. Great song by the Beastie Boys. Check it out. You'll enjoy that chapter in my book, which eventually led me. Here's what's interesting: is I went out seeking a belief system and a religion that vibed with me. And what ended up happening is I eventually got led back to make a conscious decision to not choose any of them, not one, right? But grab onto the gold nuggets that I grabbed from every religion and every belief system, including Stoicism, right? And then I came back to this place, and where I gained a new perspective and faith along my life. It's interesting why indoctrination causes us to protect our position to the point where we won't even consider grabbing a gold nugget from something else. Check that. It's interesting. So what's interesting to note about where I was led back to is that I ended up choosing not a religion, but I chose that vibed with me the most, a philosophy to use as the foundation of my belief system at this time, meaning I'm open to things, right? So that being Buddhism. So am I a Buddhist? Sometimes, but that's the one that I vibe with the most. And the reason why I chose that, this is what's fun about being open and curious. I chose it after seeing how the Buddhists saw the beauty in everything and every religion and every belief system. They would take note of somebody's passion for a belief system, and they would say, I appreciate your passion. And then we can grab nuggets from everything. Imagine if you went through the world, right, unindoctrinated, and it doesn't have to be about religion. It could be a belief system about your ability to succeed. What if we just considered everything? What if you woke up tomorrow morning and started your day with the idea, maybe I can be ultra successful, right? Maybe you've become indoctrinated. Big Leap, great book by Gay Hendricks about hidden barriers. Maybe you've become indoctrinated into your belief system about yourself, right? These things are happening all over the place, guys, and you don't even know it sometimes, hence the Rise Up with Dragons show. So I chose that after seeing that they saw the beauty in everything. So that's why I found my home there. But the purpose of this Rise Up, let's take it back. The purpose of this Rise Up and the whole concept of what I teach in my book called the interface response system is not to sway people, sway me, sway you, or anybody, not to sway people to change their beliefs and ways. It's not about that. I respect everybody. That's why I went to all these houses to hear what you had to say. I loved it. So I only wish to remind people, I don't know why, this is my hidden agenda. Here it is. It's uncovered. I only wish to remind people that they're allowed to look under the hood of their belief cars and evaluate the soil in which their beliefs have been watered and grown since birth. Stop, listen, enjoy that. So it's interesting as a human to awaken to the fact that our own beliefs are not necessarily ours. You want to be free today? Become open to the things that you've been closed to by the indoctrination of your mother, father, teacher, preacher, society, and evolution. Okay? Not necessarily our own beliefs and concepts, right? But ones that we've been indoctrinated into. That's all I wanted to share with you today. You might find more faith and resolve in your thing after that. If you're afraid to open yourself up, I challenge you to see if your faith is strong enough that you'll say, nope, I still like this, right? That's cool too. And maybe you'll change another day. Or you might decide to take a look around and do a little belief window shopping. That's what I'm going to do today. In the spirit of consideration, I'm going to do a little belief window shopping. Make sense? I sure hope so. Love and appreciate you all. What an amazing day it is to be alive. And I will see you tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Eastern as usual. Bye-bye now.